Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Buck Let's Play here today, and today we are with episode 6 of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. Now, this may be the last episode that I do post-commentary. I have not heard from any of you yet. Please comment in the comment section below and let me know if you want to keep doing post-commentary or if you'd rather me do commentary, you know, while I'm playing it, live commentary. So, please, yeah, comment in the comment section below. I actually got invaded here in the Lost Bastille in the cell room. This is a real person. This is kind of the drawback of being a human. You can get invaded by real people, and as you can see, Princess Heart here is also a sorcerer. I actually almost beat her, but she does end up beating me, so it is kind of sad. But either way, I think, yeah, the reason she did the most damage there was because she has homing. What are they called? Homing arrows. See, she has almost no health left, and then there she kills me completely. Here we are again, and we come back out here. We're going to claim our souls. I have actually 15,000 souls on me, so I actually want to go ahead and head back to the bonfire. I end up going back to Majula because I want to spend my souls before progressing. This Let's Play is not as successful as I hoped it to be. We actually don't make it to a boss or anything, but we do make it into the Sinner's Rise. That's what it's called. It's the area where you fight the Lost Sinner. So this video is probably just going to be titled Unlucky Events in the Lost Bastille and the Sinner's Rise, because that's where we end up getting. But I actually die before I get to the Sinner's Rise. But of course, as usual, I try to keep that stuff cut out so the video doesn't drag on forever. But here we are back in Majula. I go over to the blacksmith. I actually have items on me to upgrade my staff, so I end up going ahead and doing that. And I don't have enough to upgrade my rapier as well, so that's why I'm only going to upgrade the staff.
I'll be around if you make it back.
Sorry guys. I know there's a pause there. I was on the phone. At the same time as recording, I accidentally called someone. But then I purchased this hat from the woman from the Lost Bastille, and this hat actually increases the chances of drops by enemies. Of course, we're not wearing a hat anyway, so why not? Let's put it on. It's not, you know, the most cool looking hat in the world, but I went ahead and got it. And of course, we're going to upgrade the character to a higher level. I believe we're at level 38 at this point. I put it all towards intelligence, which I actually need to start putting it more towards other things like health and endurance and maybe vitality, whatever gives me stamina. But stamina and health, we need to do that. I end up just putting it all towards intelligence because it also increases my health some too, so no big deal. Another thing we did in the last episode was picked up some Sublime Bone Dust. What you want to do is go to the bonfire here, click burn, and click on the Sublime Bone Dust. You do this and it strengthens your Estus Flask. Each Estus Flask is going to heal your character more than it did before. So it's actually a fantastic tool or item because you can upgrade your Estus Flask. And as you can see, it's now an Estus Flask +1. And I think you can upgrade it to a +7 in Dark Souls 2. And then of course we top it off by buying some more life gems. And now we're ready to head back to, it's called the Exile Holding Cells is actually what it's called in the Lost Bastille. And it's actually going to lead us to the gate back at Macduff's workshop, where we open that up and we can actually go through that gate once we open it. Now that I'm dead, I can't get invaded by anyone. It was really annoying. And our primary weapon here does about 425 damage. That's what I was checking there. And it's a good thing I'm doing this commentary pretty shortly after recording this, because most of the time I can't remember, you know, why I went and checked things. Here I'm checking the rings and see what I have on me. And I have the Ring of Binding, which is important. I am currently dead if I die again, which I do in this video. It decreases the amount of health that I lose. So it's a fantastic thing. Now down here there are several dogs. You just want to kind of lead them in here. There's also another pursuer. He's off to the right. You're not going to get to see him this time because I don't actually venture out there too far. Later on when I come back through here, I do a quick clip and show you. But like I said, the center, he's one of the bosses at the beginning of the game, but he appears in many different areas as kind of like a mini boss. But the great thing is, if you just go and hide for a while, he despawns. So you don't have to fight him if you don't want to. And he's significantly harder. But it was just off to the right there. He despawned. So I went ahead and came on out here. And as you can see, there are several dogs out here. But you just want to make sure that you take care of all of those dogs. Then come around here to the corner and you're going to pull the lever. Here is McDuff's workshop. Just around the left there is the bonfire and his workshop. Of course, there's the two dogs that you end up having to fight when you first came to McDuff's workshop. As always, they're still there. You eventually kill enemies long enough, they will not despawn, but they will not respawn whenever you rest at a bonfire, which is kind of nice. At the same time, it's not nice, because what if they drop something you want? Dogs actually drop human effigies, so I would prefer dogs to continue to spawn for the rest of the game. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. Enemies eventually stop spawning once you kill them so many times. Of course, there's an onion head on top of the tower here. By rapier, there's almost no, well, not no damage to him, but not enough for satisfaction. I ended up running back because I almost got my butt kicked. He lowered my health just above halfway, so I ended up going ahead just using the soul arrows instead. But there's also another tower over here. I'm pretty sure on both left and right there's an enemy on it. I know there's one on the right, and you usually want to take those down because they can keep shooting at you. Behind this is one of the exploding dudes. As you can see, he just blew up, but you don't want to walk behind there and try to kill him. He'll usually explode and try to kill you. But as you can see, I went back out here and I wanted to go ahead and kill this onion head up here that kept shooting at me, and it annoyed me. So, and then of course, I always have trouble getting away from them and trying to shoot them. 2 hits and it kills them almost every time. Some of them it takes 3, but not as many. Now the area over here to the left, there's an item in here. It is worth it for us, but you don't want to go in there right away because there's the exploding dudes. You just run in there and run back, and they will blow themselves up. Except this one, he didn't blow himself up, which scared the crap out of me, but I killed him before he could actually blow up my face. You get a flame butterfly, which allows you to light a torch without going to a bonfire, which can be very useful, and there are places in the game where you're going to definitely want a torch, so it's definitely worth having. Not worth getting killed over, but I know how to handle that. Most people, you walk right in that room, you're dead because they explode, and there are black barrels in there that explode. So anyway, moving on, just outside here, the well. You knock this rock over, you're going to want to jump back immediately because several of the exploding dudes and an onion head drops down. So you want to take care of them as quickly as possible. Especially the exploding guys. They take out half of your health when they explode. So, and it doesn't kill them, which is kind of sad. But then you get the Wanderer's set, a hood and coat and leggings and shoes, I guess. I don't think there's anything behind the building there. There might be. I would check if you're watching this just to see a Let's Play. Now here's where I made a critical mistake. I should lure this guy out. That way I don't take as much damage because there are 2 onion heads shooting at me. But this is not where I die. There's an item over here. I ran over here mainly to heal because theoretically they can't hit me here. But there's a large soul there and a green blossom. This enemy here, you're just shooting from up here. And then the one over there, you don't actually have to worry about him because sometimes he just jumps down. So you run through here. You have to go up that ladder and drop down to where I was to get back here. There's a lockstone here. I think it's a shortcut. It also might be a treasure, but I don't have a lockstone on me. And then in here is one of the assassin guys who actually makes you bleed out if you're not careful. And it takes more hits to kill him. There are chests in this room that are worth opening. None of them are mimics or any kind of a trap. But as always, I always hit them to make sure, because if you open it and it's a mimic, you are dead. There's just no question about it. You are dead, absolutely 100%. But I like to get all the items. I never remember what's in every box, but it's always worth getting them, because why not? You don't have a maximum amount or a limited amount of room. I just got a bone staff there. It's not as good as the staff that I have, but it is cool to have it. It's a sorcerer thing. So just outside the door here, there's another chest, and then kind of a weird contraption that takes you up. You're gonna laugh at it here in a minute, but a wilted dust herb, we'd want that because that uses or increases our spells that we have used up. This contraption looks so, you know, like a hydrophobic thing, you know, like there's no way I get in there. There's also an item just below. Of course, there's one to the right there, but an item below that you actually are going to have to jump down from this room, and you have to time it. Not really time it, but you have to do it just right, or you'll fall to your death. But I don't get it in this episode, and I don't remember if it's worth it, but I will try to get it before we move on. We have to kill the Lost Sinner in the next episode, so hopefully before we do that, or even after, I will drop down there and get that item, so it may be worth it. I'm also equipping the different items that restores my spell uses, which I don't end up using them because I don't actually make it to the boss fight in this video. I actually died several times doing this episode, and I just didn't feel like going through it again. So hopefully episode 7 will be the death of Lost Sinner. Of course, these guys, you don't want to break their things and then shoot at them. You want to stab them with your rapier, which I don't do for some reason. It's really dumb that I needed to do that in the first place. But if you jump away from them and time it right, you can get away. Now upstairs here is a man called Strayed, and it's known as Strayed's Cell. There's a bonfire there. There are explodey guys up here. They do not attack you, but I still don't trust it. I kill them every time. But of course I needed a fragmented branch of yore to unfreeze or unstonify Strayed, who is blocking the bonfire. But Strayed, what's interesting about him, he takes souls from enemies and bosses you beat, great souls, and you can actually get the weapons from those bosses. Of course, downstairs here there is a hidden door and a green blossom back here, 2 of them actually. And then just off to the left in that cage where you saw an item, that's where you have to drop down from those weird holding things that bring you up and down. I didn't know if there's an item in any of these little mummified things, but I went ahead and broke them, and there ended up nothing. Except for an exploding guy, which I absolutely hate them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I think I hate them worse than some enemies. There's nothing there. That's just an annoying person saying, hey look, secret. There's nothing there. But, yeah. And then there's nothing in here either. I would say this is just a room just to have the enemies in, to kill them, and hopefully get something they drop, or just to kill them for the souls. But that item there to the left, you have to drop down from the top, and we will do that in the next episode. I know I'm rambling a lot here, people, but please, 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 oh goodness, please tell me if you want me to do post-commentary or start doing the commentary while I'm playing. Just let me know, please. I will do it either way. It's entirely up to you. Now, I messed up here. This guy, he beats the crap out of me, and then an onion head appeared behind me. That onion head came from the left, the door that's over there. So you want to take care of the onion head before you try to kill this guy. Of course, he shoots fireballs, and he killed me. Here we are back where the dogs are. There's the sinner, the little mini-boss. I skipped forward to this part so you guys didn't have to watch everything again. He actually just despawns. And here we are. We just passed that item that's down there. You can actually jump. This is where you would, you know, this is the room. You jump down and you can get it. I know that was all pretty quick, but I wanted to include it so you could see the sinner. The sinner was there. The last sinner, not the sinner, I'm so sorry, the pursuer. The sinner is the guy we have yet to kill, but the pursuer that was over there. Anyway, we come around here, we're going to end up trying to kill this guy first. And I get invaded by an NPC in the game, one of the Forlorn, which is really annoying, and he's extremely tough. And even my most powerful spells does very little damage. You can see there it takes like a 16th, maybe even less of his health away. more like a 30-second. I mean, it's absolutely nuts. And he ends up killing me. And of course, it doesn't help that there's an onion head back there shooting at me this whole time. I do almost pull this off, but it's going to be kind of funny and very ironic whenever you see how I die. I don't actually die here. I go back to the contraption in the other room, and I write it down. I heal myself first, but I write it down thinking, well, why not? I'll just write this thing back down and then come back up. Well, when I come back up, for some reason, there's one of the explodey guys, and of course, the NPC Forlorn, right there, and they kill me. There's like no way I could block them or roll or get out of the way or anything. So, very entertaining. Highly recommend you watch this. Very embarrassing on my part. You'd think after playing Dark Souls for hundreds of hours, I would, know better than to do this. But right there, he's like, at this point, I'm shitting my pants. I'm like, oh God, no. And I can't get out of the way. Of course, the guy, when he explodes, he didn't die, so he was still there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just did a test, and I noticed that my microphone was not turned up very high. Sorry about that. But, here we are back up here fighting this guy again, and just beyond these doors is not the boss, which is fantastic. Of course, that was just perfect that that guy set off that barrel and did that much damage to himself, but of course it didn't kill him still, and he almost killed me there. So I actually killed the onion head off to the right first before I went out there. Always the first thing you should do. I did not get invaded by one of the Forlorn. I figured I would, but apparently it's just a random chance that you get invaded. I don't know for a fact. The Hamster Muppets, if you happen to watch this video up to this point, you should tell me, because you know more about this game than I do, about the stupid Forlorn. But he did not invade me again, which is great. And as you can see, I used humanity to restore myself, or turned myself to life again. Because for some reason I thought on the other side of this door was the last center, which really isn't. This is the center's rise, and I end up dying shortly anyway. Not here, but just before I get to the last center, or the lost center, or whatever you want to call him. Up this ladder is a bonfire, which is a very good thing, so you don't have to go as far. And then of course an onion head met me at the top, so he almost knocked me off the edge. I take care of him and then sit back down at the bonfire. And I don't think I sit down, I just light it. No, actually, I end up sitting down because I want to restore my spell uses. So now right before you go down the ladder, there's an item in here. It's just a soul. Those are always useful, of course, as you gain levels. Some of those souls are not worth as much as others, but they're always worth getting. There's an enemy around the corner on the outside. I recommend you draw him back, which, as you can see, I accidentally shot in the wrong direction, but lure him out, kill him. There are 3 enemies on the inside here, 1 melee and 2 ranged. Draw the melee out and then kill him out here, and then go in there and kill the ranged ones one at a time. Of course, you want to be very careful because they actually do more damage than you think. But once you kill the first one, just dodge the second one's fire shots or crossbow bolts or whatever you want to call it. I heal myself. There's an item there, and apparently I did not know there was an item there. I didn't pick it up. Now, just before this elevator reaches the bottom, there's actually an item you can grab, but you have to jump off the elevator before it hits the bottom. There's no other way to get up there. That's why I'm trying to kind of peek over the edge. You just jump off before it hits the bottom, pick up the item. It wasn't really worth it, but I got it. And then down here, you get to summon the NPC, Lucatiel Amara. We've had her help in many other boss fights, and she can actually be quite useful in distracting the lost or last center. Can't remember, lost or last. Of course, you are going to recognize an enemy in here. He was once a boss and is now a mini boss. And the Flexile Sentry is down here. And the best method I find is to let Lucatiel kill him, because she's pretty tough and she can take care of him on his own. That way you don't waste your soul arrows and save them for the boss fight. That's my recommendation. But it's really sad that I end up dying before I even get to the boss fight. and it's really a dumb reason. It's actually a really dumb thing about the game. The NPCs act really dumb in the water here, and there are some of those exploding guys in here. And for some reason, the NPCs do not fight the exploding guys, at least very well. And NPCs actually die to those exploding guys. And unfortunately, they not only die to them, but you know, they just stand there and don't even kill them. And then I get killed by it. So the Flexile Sentry here is actually not too big of an issue. Of course, he's kicking the crap out of me right now, but I'm trying to keep my distance. Of course, Catiel, I can't pronounce her name right, just getting in my way. She's not even fighting the stupid thing. But take care of him, and then just to the right and up a stair is one of the first exploding guys. I recommend you pull out, I mean, you can kill him in one hit with your staff, but if you're wanting to be conservative on your soul arrows, I recommend you pull out your sword and use it, which is what I do. I don't know why, but I do. And I jumped out of the way. I was afraid he was going to jump at me. But yeah, one hit with the sword will kill him, and then he does jump and almost kills me, but I kill him before he does that. And we heal ourselves. And just up here, there's another exploding guy. But inside one of these cells is another NPC you can summon for the last center. And of course, Lucatiel is in my way. Kind of annoying. She actually just stands there for a while. She finally gets out of the way. But in here is, what's his name? Selswort Luet. He's actually pretty useful. But as you can see, Lucatiel jumped down on the ground. And down here, you can very easily get swarmed by those exploding dudes, which ends up killing me before we even get to the place. But as you can see, I'm trying to lure them out, and you can see Luet there is doing a stupid pose while he should be fighting. But for some reason, they just stand there and don't even fight the guys. But you open this gate and you go forward just a little ways, and you will make it to the boss fight. As you can see, I do try my best here to kill them, but unfortunately, that last one blew me up. They were trying to fight him, but half the time they don't do very well. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching, as usual. I hope to see you back for episode 7. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you want me to continue with the post commentary or just do the commentary while I'm playing. I'll see y'all later.